So this is how Cloud3 is going to create a task for MTL as soon as they logged in. So as you can see here, we have a Bitrix task that says check out August 1st, 2021. This is for today. Um, the support, as soon as the support logs in, the first thing they have to check is the guests that are checking out. Today is August 1st. The support has to check if there's any cleanliness or damage issues reported by the guest during their stay. So in case that the guest reported any of those things, you just have to remind the cleaners if it's about cleaning issue and if it's about damages or broken items, we have to send it to MTL chat on WhatsApp and then tag Bernard so he can look into it. Okay, so let's start with Anshok. Okay, so we just have to check the previous conversation with the guest. Okay, so as you can see here, the guest did not report any cleanliness or damage issue during their stay. They just mentioned about the parking and the they were just asking some clarifications about the case. So there's no report of cleanliness issues or damage, so we can cross that out. Um, the first checklist is did the guest reported any issues during their stay? So we can cross that out. And did the guest checked out on time? As you can see here, we didn't reach out to them for a late checkout. Um, if in any cases that the cleaner arrives at the property and then they inform us that, hey, the guests are still here, it's very important for us port to reach out to the guests and inform them to leave immediately because the cleaner is waiting. Especially if we have a back-to-back reservation that day. So we have to inform the guest right away, send them a message, ask them to leave the property immediately because the cleaner has to clean the unit. So the second one that's checking out, we have Bardea. Okay, so we have no issues. I'm sorry, I have to go back to this. We have no issues with the guest checked out. Was guest informed they need to leave immediately, so there was really no report of that. Was there a security deposit collected? Okay, so this is also very important because for any guest that we requested the security deposits, we tell them that they will be reimbursed after 72 hours. So for these ones, if the guest was asked to send the payment for the security deposit, we have to update our spreadsheet for this one. So let's see during the booking if they were asked for an additional security deposit. So all we have to do is review the conversation. Okay, so Michael or Arthur did not request an additional security deposit. So we can just cross this out. Did you create a task on Bittrex to process a refund for security deposit after 72 hours? Okay, for this one, if we collected a security deposit to the guest, we can just create a task on Bittrex. Let's say process. This is just the sample. Let's just say the refund is $400. Okay, so let's say the guest paid $400 security deposit. So for this one, we can make the deadline on the third Wednesday since it's August 1st. Let's say, so yeah, all we have to do is create a ticket. I'm not going to save this because I did not pay the security deposit, but this is just a sample. So this is how support are going to keep track of this security deposit and to make sure that there are existing tasks for any refunds for the security deposit. So this is what we're going to do. I'll just cancel this since we did not pay the security deposit. Okay, where was I? Okay, so let's just say I created that so we can cross that out. Okay, the next guest, birthday. The same process. We have to check all this checklist to make sure that there are no missed steps. So we have to check birthday. Is there any report of damage or cleanliness? And the check-in was July 30th. Okay, July 30th. Just to make sure that the guests checked in okay, that the reservation was actually used and canceled. July 30th. Let's see. Okay, so if the guest just for any guest that just send any questions, we can just reply to the best of our knowledge. And if we don't know the answers to it, we can just verify with the owner, Mike and Arthur. So you can see here, if there are questions, was already answered. RT already answered them. So yeah, that's just basically what they asked. They just asked some basic information about the listing or about the property, but they did not report any cleanliness issues or damage. So we can cross this out. The guest checked out on time. The the cleaner did not report any late checkout, so we can cross that out. And the same one for this was guest informed they will need to leave immediately. Yeah, we can cross this out. Was there a security deposit collected? Just verify. No. So we did not ask them a security deposit, so we can cross this out. And this one as well. Okay, so this is how it's going to be for all the guests that are checking out. As you can see here, we have Mustafa. We already reviewed all this. So you can see we have 7 guests that checked out today. So this is how the support are going to make their Bittrex task. As you can see here, I actually left a comment. This is actually just a summary for the checklist for Anshock. I added here that the guest did not report any damage or cleanliness issue. Guest checked out on time. No security deposit was collected. So basically, these are just a summary of the guest stay. So if they reported any issue, we can also mention it here. So we have a record as well on our end. Okay, so